All right, we're gonna go ahead and try to trade this extremely difficult day, which is November 17th, using 5-point entries. These guys my honey bun got for me. I used to play with these when I was it's Christmas, by the way, Christmas day today, and she got me these. I used to play with these when I was like 12, from like 5 to 12, and yeah, 25 right now, so not too big of a difference, but man, this brings back so much memories. Yeah, absolutely no entries, mainly because of this level of support. There were a couple second entries short that we could have took, like here, another one somewhere here, but yeah. All right, so your first opportunity to enter this trade was right here on a 1-tick entry. So swing low, first entry, second entry, that would have worked. And everyone's expecting prices to push all the way back to the other side of this range, so that would have been a nice 1-tick entry. I was just a little bit worried about that spike, but it works out. Just stick with your rules, and yeah. Then we got the swing high, first entry, second entry here, so this is going to be an interesting one. I'm not going to say anything until this trade's over. All right, we got both the scalp as well as the runner, and that was the perfect trade. So a non-obvious would not have worked there, but a 5-point entry works. And let's go ahead and explain why this is such a beautiful trade. Okay, so we have this strong downtrend, right? The drop was coming. People are suspecting some sort of like reversal or anything. Now the market starts pushing up here, then it starts to push down. But as soon as you get that like double bottom looking thing, you know, that ouch. But yeah, essentially a double bottom that looks like that. People are going to go ahead and start buying, especially if it starts to push up a specific amount. Back then we didn't like to say that if it pushed up this far, then you should then we could go ahead and sell on a non-obvious. We did not like saying that because very often, probably like 100% of the time, you get stepped out. But now we can do that with 5-point entries. Now we can say at this point right here, you have a swing high first entry just by a tick, second entry right here, and if this market starts to move up, we can suspect a lot of people to buy and try to go long here, and maybe even try to stop these people out, in which the market does. But now a ton of people are going to hop in the same bandwagon because everybody is in the back of their mind knows we're supposed to come back over here, but they also know that that's what everybody else is thinking. So they're going to go ahead and try to go long to try and stop those people out who think we're coming back over here. And they're not here to try and to prove that we're going to come to the top. Maybe they are, maybe not. But essentially, they want to go ahead and go against the people who 100% think we're coming back over here. So they go long, and that's where... and then they get their first opportunity right here, and that's where they get stopped out. So it's such a good trade. The scalp as well as the runner. First trade of the day. So good. Such a good trade. And we just moved it to... the entry was supposed to be here, but we entered right here because I fast forwarded it a bit too fast. But yeah, that's a 5-point entry. So essentially the quickest way to do it is just figure out where that bar is. So right here, boom, boom, boom. You just do 4 points out and just add 1 point right there. Or like if you do it real quick, swing low first entry. That's a bad example. I want one not to. Actually, this one's not on the line. So you had a swing low first entry and your entry bet 25, right? So then 25 low between you have these lines. There's a high of the line. There's a 25 up here, which is right here, and there's a 25 here. This is the 25 high, this is the 25 low. You're on a 25 low, so now your entry should be on the 25 high. So we go 4 points out, which is usually 2 of these guys. So this is worth 2 and that's worth 2. So we know that's 4 in total. And now we know it's supposed to be on the high. So 25 high would be the entry right here for a 5-point. That's just the quickest way to do it that I found so far. Yeah. But as you can see, a non-obvious would have easily got stopped out, even though you were correct about the market going down this way. So yeah, good trade. Look at that. Could have had a runner as well. Okay, this happened so fast I didn't get time to process. Everybody's going short, so we can imagine after that spike, a lot of people's stops are here. So if your entry is right here, let's say wherever it was, 4 points out right here, right? There's still a lot of space between that last high, so entering there is not the best. And plus you want to be buying here anyway. You don't want to be selling because everybody's selling after that spike down. But let's go ahead and see what happens here. We got another second entry, sort of a spike entry. It was only 2 bars, but man, that's a huge move. So you could have done a 1 tick entry right there and just buy, because people like to pick those stops. But and for like even prices entries, so 73 even, this one doesn't have a line, so you know your entry is supposed to be on a line, so which is right here. About to enter. All right, we got stepped out on this trade. Let's go ahead and see what happened. We're 1 tick away. All right, we had the swing high in the first entry. This would be in your second entry right here. A non-obvious works best here. Because our the 5-pointer is already way up in the highs. The non-obvious entry is right here, which is the perfect trade because it comes up there and the next bar already fills it, so we know it pulls back, and just this bar opening here, we know that it pulls back more than far enough. So there was a double top here, a swing high, and as soon as prices start to work down, there's gonna be a lot of stops right here. So it's right here. So fast forwarding it, we gotta slow it down and we fast forward. So in this case, I don't think we want to do a 5-point entry because a lot of people are still buying even if prices were to pull back this way. Alright, in this case, a 5-point entry works. I thought it was a spike, but it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your entry bar is the 5th bar. You don't want that. You want a spike in comparison to the rest of the spikes, and that's not really a spike there. So I've been 50 high, so your entry would be on a 50 low, which is at the tick. Oh no, it's actually right here. Right? Oh no, your entry would have been right here, 50 low. I don't know why I was doing over here, but yeah, 50 low, which is right here. Look how good that entry was. Oh man. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, we had taken an entry. It was a huge spike down. Wait a minute. Why are we negative? Did we do some bad trading? So, oh yeah, we did. We got 2 bad trades. Interesting. But anyway, strong spike down. Swing low first entry. That was your second entry right here. I was super debating on what to do, but I think buying there on a 1 tick entry was the best option because people are going to keep pushing this on down, and you already broke out past the last level of resistance, and so once that happened, people wanted to keep going short, and that was just a 2-legged pullback, and that was just enough to get a scalp. Yep. Alright, we just got in a trade here. I think that once prices start to work up here, people are going to end up going long on this like double bottom here. As you can see on the minute chart, it's kind of that like double bottom thing. We're 5 points out. I think 50, yeah. Ooh. So it looks like everybody's stops are up here, so. Oh, we sold, right? Yeah. Everybody's selling and everybody had their stops right here, so yeah, that was unfortunate. It was just a bad read. Buying there was just probably the better option because you it's a tough one. That was a tough one. No scuff trade would have worked there because you would basically be picking the bottom right there on buying, and that's such a hard thing to do. That's the only loss I'm okay with, actually. Just got in a trade. Nice. Okay, so that was a good read. Nice. I like this a lot better than second entries. As you can see, though there was a second entry right here. You had this swing low first entry, second entry right here. This is the 5 points out. Make sure it's 5 points out because it's gonna take some time to get used to. And look, as you can see, we just got into the trade just enough, maybe a little point over, 2 points over actually, and this is not too bad. And we got both the scalp and the runner. We set in our head that as soon as the market started to push down this way, this direction, especially after that tiny push, and then started pushing in this direction, we knew a ton of buys were gonna come in here. And yeah, that was a good trade. We didn't know there would be that much support here happening. We just knew that after that lower high and the market started to come down this far, people were going to go ahead and think this market's going to keep pushing on with this. And yeah, a ton of people were going to enter that, and we read that pretty good, I think. Just got into it. Nice, got the scalp. It was your first opportunity to enter the trade. You had a swing high first entry, second entry, and it pulled down so good because that pulled down just enough for people to think the market was gonna keep going up. And the reason why I say that is because it does a little bit pullback, but then there's the traders who think they're outsmarting the people who are going short. They think that that little pullback was enough to have people think that the market was going to keep going down, so they go long. So that in that case, they're trying to outsmart the people going short, picking the tops, and so they go long there. The only thing I was worried about is this spike, but as you can see, it's an overall trend, and we just came off the lows, so it's good reason to believe that people were actually trying to go long. And with that little pullback there, that was a perfect trade. Alright, nice. We got into a trade and just got the scalp as well. Here we had a swing low first entry. We didn't know this was going to turn into a golden triangle, but we got a swing low first entry, second entry. And 5 points out, we know that if the market started to head on down this way, people were convinced that this was going to be a good strong downtrend. And as soon as the market started to push on down here against these lows, we knew that a ton of people are going to try to hop on that trade too. And so once again, we know if you have that second entry, if the market pushes down 5 points lower, a ton of people were going to hop on that bad one, thinking that you think we're going to keep on pushing the market in the other direction. As you can see, we get in there just by a couple of ticks, and both the scalp as well as the runner. So that was an amazing trade, fantastic trade. Just got into a trade. I think it's going to go bad. Even when you think your trade's going to go bad, if you stick to the rules, you got this, bro. Bros, what is going on, bros? I mean, look at that. And the runner, boy. So we had a swing low first entry, second entry, and you know what our market says. I would say that when you get a spike, and look at that spike, even though it's just 4 bars, the spike compared to the rest of the market spikes, that matches up a pretty good spike, you know? Spike. From Rugrats? No? Okay. But we enter there on a 1 ticker because a ton of people are going to be picking those tops. The markets are going to keep going down. Maybe they saw something like this, and they're going to keep shorting that thing. They pick that top. They pick the tops of those spikes, and that just pushes the market up. I got a little worried, but there's probably something we're missing that is a very reason why we won that one. Probably because of these. Yeah, most definitely this. So you had that, and then that, and that. Then everybody's suspecting the exact same thing to happen right here. So everybody shorts, think we're gonna correct, and that just kept pushing higher. So that was a good trade. Yeah, very good trade. Yeah. So yeah. Quick note: there's a double top here. I'm not sure whether to be buying here on this first entry, second entry, but what I do know is if the market started to move in this direction, people would start selling. So let's see if we can get something set up like that, right? I'm not sure what to do on this second entry here. So it looked like a scuff trade worked best on the swing high first entry, second entry. Interesting. 4 ticker, non-obvious? Yeah, that would have been the best one. So non-obvious entry would have been the best entry. I do think second entry here long works best, but I'm not going to take it. Just want to see if it works or not. Oh, and it works. Cool. Alright, so next time we'll take it. Alright, enter this one. Wow. Hold on. so let's see how a 5-pointer works. I originally was gonna do 5-pointer, but might get stuffed out anyway here. Nice. Okay. So in the back of my head, I was like, let's just do a non-obvious 4 ticker. But because I said that, we entered right here, and the last stop was here. Our entry was right here, and I didn't think that was going to be far back enough, so I was like, might as well just do a 3-pointer. But a 5-pointer, you want to stick with the 5-pointer because we're already playing the, if it comes down this far, then I think people would buy. Because I didn't decide whether to buy or sell here. I was just thinking, if the market comes down this far, a ton of people are going to be selling. But I was just worried that since our order would have been up here and not more down here, that it wouldn't make a difference if we just entered on a non-obvious 3-pointer. But as you can see, it makes a huge difference. So nice. Good read, sort of. It's gonna take some getting used to for sure. Seems to work a lot better on range days. This 5-point strategy thing going on. Enter the trade. Nice. So pretty basic. Nice. And the runner. Pretty basic entry and a double bottom. First entry, second entry, that turned into a spike. It's just 3 green bars, 4 red bars, 5 bars in total, but it's considered a spike because it had 0 hesitation to pull back. And compared to the other sizes, compared to the size of that spike, I mean, pretty matches up with almost, actually not really, but it's a spike. 5 bars, yeah, 5 bar. And we also knew that people like to trade back into the ranges after breaking out a level of resistance, and we had this highlighted already, thankfully, which was this level here, and this was in the market, so we can know that this is a good level of resistance. And yeah, people like to trade back into that, so buying that was the best option. We could have had a really amazing runner here. All right, we're green on the. Oh wait, we're trading back the 18th? Could have sworn we were doing the 17th. Oh. So this is a date we've never seen before. Interesting. Alright, we just got into these highs. Enter the trade. Nice. So we bought there simply because it was a huge spike and people were gonna pick the top that hasn't been tested in a very long time, and a lot of people like to think that since it's pre-market nobody else sees it for some reason and they like to short. And as you can see, as the market started to turn there, it was a good second entry to go long right there. And of course we wanted to buy into this, and where people were going short, and yeah, looks like we might get the runner as well. Oh, came to the tick, but yeah, good trade either way. Ooh. Alright, so 5-point entry. I think we could still enter it, hopefully. We would have entered to the tick and we would have already got our scalp. As you see, 5-point entries right here. Would have got in the trade and already got the scalp. Man, that would have been a beautiful trade, but we fast forwarded a tad bit too fast. And that was a good trade. Enter the trade. Nice. Okay, so this one was super duper hidden. We had a swing low right here. First entry, second entry. This was our signal bar, 5 points out. Let's just make sure. So 5 points out. Yeah, 75. Oh wait, I think we accidentally used this signal bar, but this was your signal bar. Oh wait, hold on. Alright, well then. It looks like it pushes up and stops these guys out. 700 tick chart. Oh, we got the runner as well. I'm trying to find the one that matches best. Actually, the 700 tick chart matches much better to the 1 minute chart. So you can see the 450 is just super volatile and has a bunch of swing lows. So I think the 700 tick chart would have been the best one. And let's see, we had a swing low first entry, second entry. Yep. So entry would be right there at about $1 even. And we were one tick off, but as you can see, we got the runner as well as the scalp. So either way it works. It seems like entering your trade but tick off is okay because this is the Nasdaq and moves 100 ticks a second. So that was a very good read. 5 points out. We knew that if the market started to move on this way, even though there was a ton of stops here, people saw this like topping pattern, especially on the 1 minute chart, and as soon as that started to drop, people started selling because that's a spike to consolidation to a reversal, and people like to trade those. So that was a good trade. Yeah. So good thing we have the 700 tick chart, because as you can see, we got like on the 450 there's a swing low, like triple bottom there, but on the 7 tick chart it's a swing low first entry. Swing low first entry. So 700 tick chart. And yeah, about to finish up trading. It's already 11:43. We usually stop around 11, but let's see if we could get one more trade up in here. In this case, I don't want to enter into a 5-pointer. Not that we would enter into it, but it's just the fact that if the market started to push down here, I don't think these people would exit. I think they'll just hold on to it, which could be a very bad thing because then I'll just come down and stop them out. Actually, let's go ahead and see what happens here. Doesn't look like we ever entered the trade anyway. Our entry would be right here. So now it's a little bit of a different story now that we had this like sideways motion going on. If you had your order here at the 75, where was it, right here, you would be in the trade still. And alright, so we read that perfectly correct. If you would have entered that trade, you would have got stopped out. So entering that is not something you would want to do, because not everybody's thinking about if this market starts to pull back, then oh, it's time to go short, because this market has been on an uptrend like crazy. Yeah. Alright, that's gonna be it for me. Peace out.